back with book number 41, and we're talking about a John Gordon book, The Hard Hat. So I'd read The Energy Bus a long time ago in this reading challenge. I don't even remember what number it is, but I'll tag it below. And loved it. Loved The Energy Bus. I recommend that book every single day. So I had really high hopes for this one, and I didn't love it as much. So part of it could be the fact that it's really based on football. And that's not my thing, but it's about 21 ways to be a great teammate, a true story, and it's based on a guy named George Boiardi. I'm guessing if you're a football fan, you know who this guy is. But it's the true story about his life, his team, and their legacy. And in there's 21 lessons, how to be a great teammate, and then 21 exercises to help you build a great team based on who this man is. And one really cool thing, though, is that 100% of the author's royalties go to support the Mario St. George Boiardi Foundation. So his life was really cool. It's really interesting reading about that. And then when it's broken down into the actual lessons, it goes through a section where it's like, number one lesson is sweat more. And it goes through him and how he always gave 100% everything he did. And it talks to his coaches and his fellow teammates and all these other people about what he did. And the lesson of it is, as a team member, one of the things you control every day is your effort. When you work harder and sweat more, you bring out the best in yourself and your team. So it's broken down like that. Some of them are short, some of them are long, and it's okay. Another couple that I really enjoyed was the one on Communicate. So he didn't speak a lot in groups, but that didn't mean he wasn't a great communicator. His teammates all say George would let you know what he was thinking and feeling with his powerful eyes and smile. One stare said everything. One smile lit up a room. George also was a great listener and learned a lot about his teammates by asking questions and through one-on-one conversations. Many people like to communicate in groups, but George was more comfortable, talkative, and dynamic in one-on-one conversations, which is a key reason why he was such a great teammate. I remember talking to NBA coach Doc Rivers and asking him the most important thing he does as a coach, and he said, I communicate to my team, not just collectively, but individually. I have to know where they are in order to lead them where they need to be. The same can be said for great teammates. So the lesson in that, to be a great teammate, it's essential to communicate with your team members collectively and individually. Communication builds trust. Trust generates commitment. Commitment fosters teamwork, and teamwork delivers results. Without communication, you can't build the trust and relationships necessary for great teamwork. Talking in team meetings and giving team speeches isn't enough. Great communication requires one-on-one conversations that help build relationships. In this spirit, I want to encourage you to take time to communicate with your teammates. Talk on the bus, talk in the locker room, eat with different team members each week. Don't just talk about the work at hand, talk about your concerns and challenges, goals and dreams. When you are busy and stressed, it's the last thing you want to do, but it's the most important thing you can do to build the kind of relationship that builds great teams. So if you're not a sports person, you can probably see how this got a little old. Because the whole book is written that way, right? So it's like a chunk about George's life and then the lesson after. But not a bad one. Not a bad one. Honestly, I'd really recommend it to people on sports teams so that they would have a better idea of how to work with a team or as a coach of a sports team, even with kids. At the end, one of the lessons I really liked was whether in athletics or life, it's not all about the winning, but everything about the opportunity to play the game. And how true is that? In life, it is. It's about playing the game and where we're getting. So, interesting book. Not my favorite, but he has 6 other books I haven't read, and I'm kind of intrigued. So maybe I'll try to find a different one that's not sports focused. And I'll let you know how that one goes.